Get on the stage. I'm walking in the streets one day, and they've got a beautiful city center there. And I'm walking on a street called Cliff Street. I'm walking along, minding my own business. And from across the street, almost a block away, I hear some guy screaming my name. Trevor! Trevor! And I turn and I see, and there's a guy far on the other side who's wearing like blue overalls, and he's like, Trevor! And I look and he's like, wait there! And he comes running. And guys, he said it with such confidence, I waited. I didn't even know, like, that's something that could never happen overseas. I can bet you money now. There's no one overseas who's like, Oprah, wait there. That's not a thing. This guy made me stop. He came running over. He was like, yo, Trevor, where mas kant? Yeah, but I can't believe it. This is most you, nah? This is most you. Yeah, it's you most, né? Trevor Noah. And I was like, yeah, it's me. He's like, it's not you. I was like, no, it's me. He's like, nah, man, you're not Trevor. You look like Trevor Noah. I was like, I am Trevor Noah. He's like, it's not. I was like, okay, it's not. He's like, it's most you, Trevor Noah. Yeah, it was you. Why are you acting like it's not you? I was like, because you said it's not me. You're trying to be funny here, Trevor. No? I can see you. Can I take a selfie there, Trevor? Can I take a selfie? I was like, yeah, let's take a selfie. He's like, okay. Yeah, let's take a selfie there. Let's take a selfie. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. He's like, you must do your phone there. I'm like, what? He's like, I've got a cock phone, Trevor. Take it with yours. You've probably got a nice phone, like an iPhone or something, but I'll take a picture there. I'm like, and then do what with it? He's like, you must put it there by your Instagram. Yeah, you must tag me. I also want the followers. I was like, yo, dude, let's just do it with your phone. He's like, Trevor, okay, let's take it there. But you mustn't laugh, ne? You mustn't laugh because I got a scam song. You must relax. Okay, we're going to take a picture, ne? Hold on. Let me just delete something here. I just need to make some space here. Let me just delete some pictures. Because I didn't think I was going to meet you today, no? I didn't prepare for this. Now I just got to see here. I can't now. That's my girlfriend there. I can't delete that one. This is most my mom. This is another picture. This is a picture. You see this one? I'm trying to buy this golf, no? You see there? It's a Mark II. You know Mark II? Yeah, it's a limited edition, this one. Yeah, check that there. Hey, brah, this is almost a nice one. Hold on. Okay. We got it. You ready? Okay, Trevor there. Yeah. Say cheese. And I was like, all right, cheers, man. He's like, Trevor. Yeah, bro. Look now. Look, you spoil the picture. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, bro, you must wait. I'm like, wait for what? I heard the sound. He's like, bro, on this phone, the sound and the picture is different. It's two separate transactions. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? He's like, you must wait. Just relax. I'll tell you when you can move, okay? I was like, okay, fine. Okay, let's do it. And he's like, okay, you ready? Say cheese. And I'm like, there, cheese. Can we move? Don't move. Just wait, just relax, just stay there. Well, how long does that? Don't talk. You're gonna spoil the picture. Yeah, just pray someone doesn't phone now, but just wait. Okay, yeah, we got it. Nah, Trevor, why you don't smile, brah? Why you don't smile? Why you don't give me that TV smile? You see, you, Trevor, you mustn't ask me for a picture again, eh, man? It never happens to me anywhere in the world. Only here. Mzansi. South Africa. It's been a wonderful trip. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. There's never a dull moment in South Africa. Even just flying around the country has been exciting for me. It's been an injection of South Africa. That's what it's felt like. Just traveling around, particularly because the flying has changed, right? So I told my team in South Africa, I was like, hey, what's the plan? And they were like, well, they're like, who do you want to fly? How are we flying around the country? I said, we do the usual. We're going to fly with SAA. And then they were like, SAA, it's finished. I'm like, what do you mean it's finished? They're like, yeah, it's gone. SABC and SAA generations, all of it's gone. I'm like, what? What do you mean it's just finished? So how are we flying? They're like, well, you've got to choose another one. I was like, well, you recommend. They're like, well, we could do like FlySafair. I was like, all right, is it good? They're like, well, it's not great. but it's reliable. It'll get you where you need to go. I was like, what do you mean it's not great? They're like, well, they just make you pay for everything, and it's like it's very like, you know, like they just make it very efficient. I didn't realize how efficient. Yo, FlySafair is on another level, guys. I don't know who's running that airline, but they're serious, eh? They don't waste time. They make sure they make their money. They make you pay for everything. Everything. Yeah, you buy the plane ticket. That's just the beginning of the transaction. Yeah, you want a specific seat, you pay. You want to bring a bag, you pay. Yeah, you want food on the plane, you pay. Yeah, you want to board early, you pay. Those people, they're finding everything, yeah? It's only a matter of time before you're on a FlySafair flight, and 10 minutes before landing, they come up to your seat like, I'm sorry, sir, it looks like you didn't pay for the landing option. So we're gonna need you to jump out now, if you don't mind. You're like, yeah, but can I pay now? Sorry, sir, we don't take cards. India. I know Canada's #1 now. But when I was growing up, we had the single largest population of Indians outside of India. Yeah, so if India blew up, we were India. It was that close. And so I was lucky enough to grow up surrounded by Indian culture. In fact, one of my best friends growing up was a little Indian boy by the name of Pillai. And we were thick as thieves. I don't think you understand. Every single day we hung out together. We spent our recesses together. We were hanging out, eating everything together, everything. Because we had so many things in common, right? We met at the beginning of the school year and we had so many things in common. Like he liked running, I liked running. So, Thiessen and I would spend every day together. And our ritual was simple. We'd go to all the classes that we did, and then we'd meet at what we called break time. And at break time, we'd sit and we'd eat our lunch together. Now, our lunches were very different, all right? Because Thiessen would get a packed lunch from his mom every single day. I would get money from my mom to buy food from the school tuck shop, we called it, right? Cafeteria, all right? And so what we do is I'd go and I'd buy the food every single day. And it's like, because my mom couldn't cook, right? Well, she tried once, and I was like, don't do this ever again. This is child abuse. Just give me the money. So I would buy the food every day. Thiessen, on the other hand, had food that his mom made every single day. And every single day, the meal was curry. I know this because every day, we'd sit down together. Thiessen would open his little lunchbox. He would take out his little can of juice. He'd unwrap his sandwich. And there would be little triangles cut out. And then he'd pull it out. He'd open the bread, look inside, and then he'd scream at the top of his lungs. He'd be like, curry! Damn it, mommy! Every day. Every day. We'd sit down, I'd have my food, he'd have his, he'd take the juice out of the box, he'd unwrap the sandwich, he'd look in between, he'd be like, curry! Damn it, mommy! Every single day, without fail, every day, mutton curry, lamb curry, potato curry, every curry you can imagine, but it was curry every single day. Curry! It was my favorite part of the day. Some days, I wouldn't even open my lunch for fear of missing the moment. I would just sit there next to him waiting, and he'd open it up, and he'd be like, curry! And I'd mouth it next to him, damn it, mommy! Every day, for months and months and months and months this happened. And then finally, at the risk of breaking it all, I turned to Thiessen one day. He screams like, curry! Damn it, mommy! And I was like, Thiessen, you know it's going to be curry every day. He said, what? I said, it's going to be curry every single day. Every day you open the bread, and then every day you're shocked and you're like, curry, damn it, mommy. But it's always going to be curry. And he said, I know, Trevor, I know. I'm not shocked, I'm just disappointed. Right, because every single day, right, I come to school and then every day I'm like, I'm gonna eat lunch, and then every day I open a box and I know what it's gonna be, because last night we had the curry. Then what my mom does is she takes last night's curry, then she put it in a sandwich for me, and then that's the curry that I'm gonna have today. Then I know when I go home tonight, I'm gonna eat the curry, then I know that's the curry that's coming the next day. So every single day I'm getting curry, it's curry, and then it's gonna be more curry and more curry. Trevor, I know I'm Indian, but it's too much, man. I just want something different, you know? They say variety is the spice of life, not just curry. I was like, oh, but listen, is it bad? She said, I don't even know anymore. I lost perspectives. Here, you can have it. And he gave me his curry sandwich. I bit it. And Toronto, there are moments in your life that will forever shape who you are. Moments that will define who you grow on to be. This was one of those moments for me. I put that sandwich in my mouth. I bit down and my mouth came alive. My tongue discovered its purpose. I didn't know potatoes could pop like that. The flavors were bouncing around. My eyes opened wide. It was, I was like, wow, I was like, curry! Thank you, mommy. And I said, listen, this is amazing. You eat this every day? And he's like, every damn day. And I was like, well, okay, let's swap. I'll give you my money for tuck shop, and then you give me your curry food every day. And we did that. We traded. And let me tell you something now. You thought we were best friends before. We turned into soulmates. Yeah, because we both got everything we dreamed of, right? I got to have a home-cooked meal every single day, and as an Indian person, he got to start a business. Thiessen was in heaven. It was perfect. And since then, I've loved curry. So, fast forward many decades, we're in Edinburgh, Scotland. Going out with my friends. We're choosing a spot. I choose Indian, authentic Indian. We get to the place.
Russia. For decades, the Soviet superpower has been America's #1 rival. There was the Cuban Missile Crisis, meddling in the 2016 elections, and on Twitter they challenged Tom Cruise to an MMA fight, and nobody can figure out why. And just when we thought Russia's antics couldn't get any crazier, a few days ago, they pulled this move on the high seas.
We begin this evening with a dangerously close call on the high seas between a Russian destroyer and a U.S. warship. Those ships coming within feet of one another, forcing the Americans to take drastic action to avoid a disastrous collision.
This image capturing just how close the ships came to a catastrophic collision. As little as 50 feet, according to the U.S. Navy. This video from the deck of the USS Chancellorsville showing the Russian destroyer was so close you could see Russian sailors sunbathing on the deck.
Sweet Lord. Russians are hardcore. You realize these ships are about to crash into each other. American soldiers are like, prepare for breach! And the Russian soldiers are like, Dimitri, take off your shirt. Let's get suntan before we die, yeah. Don't want to meet Jesus as pasty bitch. But this is pretty crazy, man. This is pretty crazy. A Russian warship basically tried to ram into an American ship in the middle of the ocean. Right? And let's be honest, that had to be on purpose. Right? What other excuse is there? Do you know how big the ocean is? You have to really go out of your way to collide with someone. It's like walking into someone at Ted Cruz's birthday party. There's no one else there. You did it on purpose. Now the question is, where would Russia get the balls to play chicken against America in the Pacific? Well, maybe it's because they've got a new and powerful BFF.
Just as President Trump was meeting with America's most important allies in Europe, two of America's biggest adversaries were holding court in Moscow. It was a split screen tailor-made by Russian President Vladimir Putin. Putin hosted Chinese President Xi Jinping. Xi calling Putin his, quote, best and bosom friend, saying he cherished their deep friendship.
The two enjoying a leisurely boat ride in St. Petersburg yesterday.
That's right. Xi and Putin have gotten so close. They're even taking boat rides together. And not just a normal boat ride. Putin even helped Xi recreate that scene from Titanic. He was like, yeah, I'm king of the world! No, really, China's taking over the world! So it's clear China and Russia are really hitting it off because you only take a boat ride with someone if you really, really like them or if they're enslaving you. But this is liking. Oh, and if you think Putin giving Xi a boat ride is impressive, wait until you see what Xi gave Putin in return.
The leaders' visit also includes some panda diplomacy.
During their summit, Putin and Xi showed off their friendship with a visit to the Moscow Zoo, where they welcomed 2 new Chinese pandas, a gift from Xi to Russia.
I mean, China likes you. One of the signs of that, good alliance and good feelings is to present you with a panda. Russia got 2.
That's right. China gave not 1, but 2 pandas to Russia, which is huge. Yeah, because 1 panda can't make babies. 2 pandas also can't, but there's hope. And remember, China only gives pandas to countries when they wish to be close allies with them, right? They actually call it panda diplomacy. This is a real thing. Panda diplomacy. Not to be confused with Panda Express diplomacy, where I